Hey, Fred. Thanks for taking the time. You guys have had a bunch of these this year where you do a pretty good job of neutralizing, or I guess executing a defensive game plan of neutralizing the other team's best players, but then some of the other guys go off. How tough of a balance is that to strike defensively, and how difficult is it with a team like Brooklyn that has so many weapons, even without James?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. They're one of the better teams in the league for a reason. They got a lot of weapons, so obviously we show their main guys a bunch of attention. That leaves opportunities, for other guys. But I thought we guarded them pretty well in spurts. Our offense probably hurt our defense more tonight than vice versa. So just didn't shoot well enough, didn't score it well enough to keep up with them.
You mentioned that the hip thing is something that could flare up here and there over the course of the rest of the season. Back to back here, played big minutes tonight. How you feeling physically?
Like shit. Um, but it's part of it. You know what I mean? I try to lay my body on the line every night, sacrifice for the team, try to get a win. But I wasn't very good tonight. Not in excuse making business, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah, definitely was a rough night all around the board for me. Just couldn't find a flow or rhythm or feel good at any point of the game. So um, I sucked tonight. My body sucked tonight, and that's probably one of the reasons why we lost.
Thanks, Fred. Feel better, man, and safe travels.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Mike Ganter from the Toronto Sun.
Hey Fred, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good man. Listen, I understand. I just heard what you just said, so this question might be sort of bad timing on my part, but I'm going to ask it anyway. The confidence overall on the team right now seems to be on the come, like coming up. I mean, you and Kyle always seem confident, but then Pascal seems to have his back. I'm just wondering where you see that level. I mean, Malachi, everybody, Utah, they all seem like they've got that confidence and it seems to be heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it's definitely growing. We've been building over the last few weeks. I think it started with kind of that breath of fresh air when we had breath of fresh air. Excuse me, when we had a bunch of guys out. Some of the guys played out of their minds and scored 87 points and a half at Cleveland. So we just needed some of that good flow back, good mojo back that we hadn't had much of this year. And we've been using that to build and get better. And we've been getting better. We've been playing pretty high level basketball for the last few weeks. It hasn't always resulted in wins, but even like tonight, I think if we have this type of performance in Scotiabank Arena, we're walking out of there with a win. You know what I'm saying? So we got to keep that in mind as well. This year, we need to be about 10 to 12 points better than we are most nights on the road and at home because our home games are our road games. And we just haven't been that good. We've been right under there. And so that's a big margin that we've got to try to close the gap on. But guys are fighting their butts off. They're coming in, working hard every day. And it just hasn't resulted in as many wins as we'd like to see.
How do you think the team feels going into this road trip? I mean, that's pretty daunting, foursome coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been telling us that all year. So, we feel good about anybody that we've played. We still haven't played a team that we thought we couldn't beat. And we're going to every game feeling that way. So we seem to play better against the better teams, and it's gonna be tested coming up here on this road trip for sure.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, Fred.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Doug Smith from the Toronto Star.
Hey, Fred, thanks for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate it. What you talked about the offense sort of going south there for 5 or 6 minute stretches. What do you see? What are you seeing in the game that's sort of causing those lulls that are so costly?
Just missing shots. Our execution was pretty good. Obviously, they switched a ton, so it kind of took us out of our general flow and kind of a lot of actions that we like to run. But I thought we generated a lot of good shots, a lot of open shots. I know I certainly had my share. So we just got to make shots and play at a higher level, a higher clip offensively. But the flow and the rhythm was just kind of never there. I think Kyle probably, along with OG in the second half, was probably the few. Malachi had a few, buckets where they were in rhythm and good flow, but it's kind of one of those nights where you had to go get your own, and a couple of our guys did, but not enough, to get us the win.
You did have like a sort of a bunch of very unusual turnovers, like nothing they did, but you guys just sort of kicked the ball over the gym. Those are the kind of mistakes you can't have against a good team. Is that right?
Absolutely. Not good enough, not acceptable. myself for sure. I thought they were pretty physical. Couldn't get a feel for the whistle. Playing a little fast, just a little discombobulated. So we're definitely out of rhythm and not in our natural flow and the way that we like to play. But giving them credit, they ramped it up and they wanted to beat us tonight.
Thanks very much, Fred. Have a safe trip out west.
Thanks, Doug.
2 more questions for you, Fred. First one goes to Lewis from Raptors Republic.
Hey, Fred. You saying that you're banged up. It's not the first time, obviously, in your career. I mean, stepping on cameramen, losing teeth in the finals. Is that something that can change? Like, given the way you play, is it possible for you to not hurt yourself? That may be a weird way to ask it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not trying to hurt myself. Yeah, I could change the way I play for sure. But it's got me this far, so maybe something to revisit in the off season and add some more mids, some floaters and stuff to stop running in the paint. But no, I mean, I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be, and we'll revisit that as a franchise this summer. I'll talk to Nick, I'll talk to management and see if there's any suggestions on me switching my play style, but don't plan on changing anytime soon. It's gotten me to this point, and I definitely can get better. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I plan to keep getting better each day and each year. So yeah.
Thanks, Fred. Hope you heal up, man.
Thank you.
Final question goes to Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, Fred. Nick always talks about guys trying to string together those good games. And it seems like that's something OG is doing more. He's had something like 5 20-point performances in a row. Do you feel like he's becoming more consistently impactful on the offensive end? Have you seen his game really develop?
Yeah, absolutely. He's getting better each day. He's getting better every game. When he has a good game, he's coming back in the next day to get his work in, see where he can be better. He's asking a ton of questions. He's being very open and approachable and just being a great teammate. So he's definitely turning that corner that you have to turn as a young player to go from potential to actually, realizing that potential in real time. And he's done that over the last however many games. You guys can look it up, but he's been great for the last few weeks for us, and something that we'll need him to do in his career going forward, be that staple for us, offensively at the wing spot.
You mentioned you're not feeling great right now. How much of that, if you are okay talking about it, how much of that is injuries and your hip stuff, and is any of that COVID stuff? Are you past that, or are you still dealing with that, or how are you feeling related to that?
I would not know, but one thing I do know, if we won the game, this wouldn't be a topic. So let's leave it like that. It is what it is. I've been banged up. I was banged up in the New York game. Nobody asked me about my hip then, so we don't need to ask when I don't play. When I don't play well, I can take it. I'm a big boy.
I think you told us that when you had COVID, you said if you play poorly, we'll say it's COVID. If you play well, we'll say you're just
you're not getting any help from me. So write whatever you want to write, and I'll see you guys on the next one.